Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try and make this as clear as possible, but for those following along. But essentially, the way this works is we just went for an eye level 82 or above focus amulet. I think eye level 80 even is acceptable, but they're all like eye level like 84 or above anyway, so it's not really a big deal. All we're gonna do now is Hunter Exalt to add Hunter Influence. Then we're gonna want to scour, trans. Okay, so now all we do is we come over here and we imprint. Awesome. The imprint is later for if we fuck up the Awakener, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so back to this craft. For the amulet, I had like we're gonna be spamming essentially Chaos Orbs till we hit movement speed. Yeah, till we hit tier 1 movement speed. It's a 500 weighting. It's very low likelihood. It's what, a 1 in. It's actually not even that bad. It's like a 1 in 200. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy essences that are worth less than a Chaos Orb, and they are only gonna be essences that block the suffix because this is a prefix mod, right? So you essentially get a Chaos Orb for like a third of the price. Like we are definitely low on damage, so getting damage here would be really nice. Okay, cool. So we hit the movement speed. That was actually pretty quick. So we have the movement speed mod. Now all we need to do is Awakener Orb on area of effect, and then 1 and 3 annul off the third mod. Okay, so all we need to do is Awakener Orb on area of effect onto here. Oh, we got tier 1 rarity. That's funny. Okay, but unfortunately tier 1 rarity isn't good. We want damage. Although you could actually settle here, and this is totally fine. But I mean, you can just stop here, honestly. Because all you really care about is the increased area effect and movement speed. The crit multi is like, honestly. But whatever. And 1 and 3, remove the rarity. Exalt it back on. Game sucks. So that's why we imprint. So now we can bring it back here. We go again now. We go back to our menagerie, and we add the imprint back on. We have no auras on though. That's not good. Then we go boop boop boop. We come back here, and then we start sending it again for that same mod. 42. It's a 1 in 8. It's actually not expensive. It's like 100 C to hit. Honestly, we should just be doing this. Okay. The downside of this is that it costs more money, and also with the essence, you guarantee one mod is not going to be an influence mod, but that's not actually that important. Like, it's not that likely. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's way better, because it's a lot faster. And time is money, right? So here, we're like for the donor amulet, for the Awakener Orb, we're just making sure that it's not like of an elder or of whatever as a second mod. So you only want to have one of the elder mod here. Like this doesn't work. This doesn't work either. These are actually fine. You can just annul them. You can 50-50 annul. Okay, so now we just need to annul off. Like you need to make sure there's only one elder mod on here. So if you buy one with 2, we just need to null it off. The other one. Nice. Wait, we just need to increase AoE with movement speed, and then win the 1 and 3 annul. Oh, we got it. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's like the first half of the craft done. Now we just need an astrolabe amulet with 3 NNN modifiers plus crit multi. What's the goal of your end craft? It is going to be movement speed, increase AoE, plus crit multi. Okay, wait, what are we looking for here? We need 3 prefixes, 3 NNN prefixes, and then 1 NNN suffix. Is that true? Then it's 100%, right? Okay. We can slam Exalt here, I think. Gold crit, that's not good. Actually, there's probably a better way to do this, right? And maybe not. 1, 2, and 3. Shaping, okay. I guess the only downside is if it fills. But I think we just go, if this works, we just multi-mod. Oh, it does work. Okay, let me know if this makes sense to you guys. So like my plan here is we're going to essentially like we look for one additional influence mod on the suffix, craft 3 mods. Wild Bristle Matron for suffix can't be changed. Then we're gonna reforge like cold and light are your 2 options, but they're the same weighting. So you go cold and fire, or cold or lightning. Lightning's probably better because it's cheaper. Yeah. And then it's a 1 and 3. We failed. We failed and we hit the fucking 200 weighting lightning skill gem. Just reforge speed? No. Wait, what do you mean reforge speed? It's 100% mod? Yeah. I see what you're saying. The question is, do we 1 and 3 annul this? Or 1 and 2 annul? It's like a 1 and 6, or it's a 2 and 3 annul. Like, how bad is that? Okay, easy clap. So go back here. And a mod. Speed is the play for sure. It's a little bit more expensive, but you get a 1 and 5 or a 4 and 5 to hit pretty much. Because what is it? It's all the shaper speeds are okay. They're NNNs, which is 1600 weighting, and then tier 1 movement speed is good as well. So it's a 500 and 2600 weighting, so roughly 1 and 5 on the miss. So 4 out of 5 of the options are good. We hit movement speed. Shaper movement speed, spell damage. Okay, the question that we need to figure out now is it better to block suffix 1 and 3 annul until we knock off the spell damage, or is it better just to keep re-rolling? It's probably better just to re-roll, right? So we just go, I think either way, we're Wild Bristle Matrining and then we're re-rolling. Yeah, because it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed to re-roll pretty much. I like it. Shapers tier 2. And then we just go random exalt because we cannot add a blocker again, because if we do and we miss, then we have to remove it, and we can't remove just the prefix one. We have to remove the meta mod, so it's like 2 div loss per attempt. Max ES, kind of a bum city there, but I'm pretty sure Wild Bristle Matrons are cheap, right? They're like half a div or some shit. 80C, that's so cheap. They're like a 1/5 of a div. Yeah. So this is like really cheap. It's like 100C per roll here. Very, very cheap, all things considered. Fire damage to attacks. Hunters tier 1 MS. So we're reforging speed because the only 2 speed mods that we can get on the reforged speed are going to be Hunter movement speed, which in which case, if it's tier 1, it's acceptable for the recom. Tier 2 would be bad. And then also Shaper movement speed, and this is an NNN for the recom, so either one of these is acceptable. There's a total weighting of 2600, and there's only a 500 on the miss, so it's a 526, which is like a roughly a 1 in 5 to miss. We have a 4 out of 5 to hit movement speed on the prefix, which is really good because we need minimum of 2 NNN prefix mods to get a 90% chance for the recom. And then the odds of getting a, like if I roll 5 mods on the recom or on the reforge, or if I roll 4 mods and then Exalt Slam, the odds of hitting a influence mod that we want, that are acceptable, I think is around 19k out of 115k. So it's like roughly like 18% chance. Wait, 19, let's do a calc. 19 divided by 115, it's actually 114.5 is, okay, so it's like a 16.5 chance of hitting the NNN mod. So it's actually like not that hard to get. It's a little bit inconvenient to do, but each attempt at re-rolls are really cheap because we did the crafted mod shit. Because the Wild Bristle Matron is only like 80C, I think, and the, what's it called? The juice is only like another 20C. So it should only cost you like, I mean, 16% chance is what, like a 1 in 6, maybe a 1 in 7. It should only cost you like a div and a half in order to hit the double influence prefix. So compared to the Strength Stacker Simplex, I think it's actually really easy to craft the astrolabes. Oh yeah, and then one other thing is we cannot add a benchcraft to block mods on this, because if we do and we miss, then we have to remove that mod on the prefix, but that would also remove the 3 crafted modifiers, which is a 2 div benchcraft. So yeah, we have to just eat that. Holy shit, can we fucking hit this thing, man? Okay, Exalt. Oh wait, there we go, Warlords, perfect, perfect. This is exactly what we want now. So we're now in a situation where we have pretty much the ideal, I don't want to say ideal because it could definitely be better. This is, I think there might be a more efficient way to do it, I'm not sure. I don't think there is though, but there could be a world where if you're creative, you can find a more efficient way to do this, but the best I can come up with is 2 prefix NNN, 1 suffix NNN, right? And if we recom this astrolabe amulet with this focus amulet, right? If it wins the base, it's a 50-50 between which base it selects. If it selects the focus base, there is then an 89% chance to essentially just keep these 2 mods on the prefix. And then here on the suffixes, there is global crit strike and then shaping, which is an NNN mod. So this NNN mod, if we win the 50-50 again, cannot transfer over. So then it has to be the global crit strike modifier. Okay. 50-50 on the base, and after that, if we win the right base, it's an 89%. So it's 44.5 chance of winning here. You put focus on the left slot? Okay. If this fails though, and we put on the left slot, permaban that guy. Please. We lost the 11% chance. We lost the 11% chance. Oh my God. We lost an 11% chance. How? Actually, how? Actually, fucking how? Like, whatever. It's fine. That happens, you know? Like, yeah. People slander my name and say I'm a lucker dog, but like the reality of the situation is I am almost never lucky. Wait, but what if though, chat? What if? Watch this shit. What if we just Exalt Slam it back on? Thoughts? 3, 2, 1, go. Like, no way we lose another one of these on the 50-50. Chat, pray for me here, okay? Please pray for me here. Oh my God, I'm actually so scared. If I lose another one, I don't know if... Chat, can we have one Prage win in the chat before I go? Please. Like, it can't all just be Prage loses. This game fucking sucks. This game fucking sucks. Okay, Crusaders, this is perfect. Someone sleeping on the couch tonight. Please, RN Jesus, Jonathan, all right? Allow me to hit this fucking simplex or this focus amulet, man. I've been spending too long on this shit. I've been spending way too long. Oh my God, we didn't remove the mod. Literally a 45% chance to hit, right? 45% chance to hit. Like, ain't no way we miss again. We've already missed 2, right? All right, here's the thing. Okay, I know what I did wrong. I was looking. I'm not gonna look, okay? You guys tell me how it goes. How is movement speed tier 2? It's an NNN mod, doesn't matter. Okay, so here, like, this movement speed tier 2 doesn't matter because it's an NNN mod. This is Shaper. It can't land on this. This is an NNN mod because it's Crusader. It can't land on this. So it's a 4 mod prefix. Literally 90% chance for these 2 mods to stay if it moves over. And then here, NNN suffix, Redemption, can't move over, and so only this mod can move over. All right, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh God. Yeah. Yes! Yes! Thank you, game. It's like, is that too much to ask for? Is that too much to ask for? Like, no, it's not. Like, thank you. Finally. The good guys win one. All right, now we just gotta divine it. So here, if you care about getting triple, like if you care about all of your prefixes and your suffixes being perfectly divined, you're gonna wanna do the divining beforehand. We do not. We're only gonna care about our prefixes. So we save the divine for after. Okay, is that good enough? Like, be honest with me. Is that good enough? Like, I think it might be. No? 1 off AoE, check if it's a breakpoint. No, the breakpoint. It's like 1%, it's like 2%. Like, who cares, right? I don't know. I think it's good enough, honestly. But yeah, that's the focus. That's the focus done. Pretty much perfect, you know. The 14%, the area effect, you should check in the POB if there's a breakpoint. For us, there isn't, so 14% is good enough. 10% movement speed, which converts to 22, and then global crit converts to 82%. Good enough. Cost me like probably like 100 div to make this. Yeah, I would say 100 div roughly. So it's actually like kind of cheap. I don't know how much it would cost to buy. Like, are these even like on sale right now? Do people sell these? Oh, yeah, it's like 150 div to buy. But yeah, on average, it'll probably only cost you like 70 div. We got a little unlucky. It took us 3 recoms to hit. But again, you only really need the prefixes. The suffix doesn't really matter. Honestly, you could even go like resistance for the suffix as well. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Okay, so for the expensive one, we just do this, right? We look for triple suffixes. Prefix does not matter, just triple suffixes. Ever lucky? The 1 in 22, I believe. Oh. Oh! Oh, damn! What the hell? That's not bad. That's actually not bad at all. All right, or you just hit it in like 5 attempts. Okay, but what we need to do now is we need to lock. We need to, if you don't hit the socketed +1 thing on the prefix, that's not a problem at all. You would just do what we're doing right now, which is Bristle Matron to lock, or Bristle Matron to get suffixes cannot be changed. This only costs 83C, so it's really cheap to do. It's like a 1/4 of a div per attempt here. And then you would just exalt. You would block fizz, flat fizz, and then you'd exalt until you hit socketed gems. It would be like block flat fizz, exalt, annul, block flat fizz, exalt, annul, that kind of thing, until you hit socketed gems, which is kind of like what we're doing right here. So now all we need to do is annul off this shit. Oh, we got it. Okay. Again, if we did not win that 50-50, all we need to do is just suffix can't be changed. Block flat fizz, exalt. It's a 1 in 25 to hit socketed gem. So like getting the 1 in 3 annul there, or getting the 50-50 annul there isn't even that lucky, because like, you know, it only saves you like a few div. Okay. The hard part though here, the actual hard part here is now we have to slam a veiled exalt. We have a veiled exalt. Okay, so we just need to win a 50-50 here. Okay. The veiled exalt removes a random modifier, so it can't remove any of the suffixes because of the meta mod. So it's a 50-50 between suffixes can't be changed and the level of skill gems. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yes! Like, look, I'm not gonna look at my screen, but like, look at here. You can see all the fucks, like all the people that were mad. Fuck you. My day is ruined. Like, that's how you know we hit. That is how you know we hit. Oh my god, and it's fucking beautiful. It is fucking beautiful, chat. Wait, now I'm pretty sure we block fizz and we have a guaranteed 100% chance to unveil minion life. So the crafted fizz blocks these 4, and then the only other 3 possible rolls are minion life, this shit, and this shit. And max roll. My god! And max roll, boys. Holy shit. Okay, and then now all we have to do is do socket gems. And then boom, look at this fucking bow. +1 socket support gems on the implicit synthesized. +1 socketed skills. 59% increased maximum minion life. +2 to socket support skills. And then +1 essentially to socket support skills. So this is, the suffixes is +1, the prefixes are +4, implicit +5 to socketed supports. This shit is goddamn beautiful, okay? And this will legitimately double our DPS, I'm pretty sure. Like, legitimately double our DPS. Anyways, this was roughly like, it was 105 div for the base, and then what? 105 div for the base, probably costs us, on average, it'll cost you around 30 div to hit the suffixes, and then it'll cost you another like 55 div to hit the prefixes. So it's around like 220, 250 div on average to hit. There is also the second option that we have here, which is instead of crafting the weapon swap on a bow, we can do it on a 2-handed mace. And the reason why we do it on a 2-handed mace is because the bases for these, like the +1 socket implicit, like the synth implicit, is literally 17 div or like 20 div compared to the bow, which is like 115, 120 div, right? The downside for the 2-handed mace is that you cannot reliably veiled exalt on the minion life mod. And that's just because of the way the weightings work. It's a 50-50, I think, or maybe even less than a 50-50 to get the veiled exalt minion life. So as a result, we just settle for like not having that, which is not that big of a deal because we already have so much minion life. So you end up losing like 10% life on your minions, but at the same time, it costs you like 200 div less to craft this mace. So it's gonna be the same process where you are going to be using the faceted fossils to hit the triple suffixes, And then hopefully you can get the +1 socketed gem on there for free. But realistically, that's not going to happen. It's around a 1 in 22 to just to get the suffixes. But if you don't get the prefix socketed gems as well, that's totally fine, because you're just going to Wild Bristle Matron, lock the suffixes. This is like ADC. And then you're going to exalt, annul until you hit this. That is until you hit the socketed gems. That is also like a 1 in 25, I think, because you can also you can block and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be what you're doing. And then instead of going for the minion life, you're just gonna leave it as is. And this whole craft will only cost you like 30, maybe 30 to 50 div, depending on how lucky you are. But it is significantly cheaper without that much of a downside. So yeah, that I think is a very important, like, cheap alternative that we can include for those of you who don't want to spend like 250, 300 div on getting the bow. And again, the bow is just 50% increased minion health, not more. Also, shout out to this guy, No Operative. I think he's the one who popularized this tech. Although the crafting step by step, we did not do this. We did not craft it like this. I think our way is a little bit more efficient. Okay, so the way the snapshotting works is that if I swap to my bow, the minion won't die. So I can have a level, I could literally have a level 1 Ray Spectre, which I do here in my main weapon. And as long as it's in the same position as the other, like the bow, when I swap, it'll still snapshot properly here. So if I go back into this map, right? And I press Blade Vortex, and I snapshot that, and I swatch back to my Charlatan, I will literally have 2x the damage now because of this tech. So that's what we're doing here. That's why we went through the process of making this bow. Cool. Wait, it actually has, wait, it has to be summoned with the bow Ray Spectre? Okay, I fucked that up. My bad. I don't think we did that. Okay, bow Ray Spectre. Cool. So apparently it does matter that you summon it with the bow. So you have to swap to your bow, summon the Spectre, and then now the Spectre will always be alive as long as it's the gem is socketed in the correct spot. Yeah, now we have like 2x damage, or essentially 2x minion health. Kind of disturbing. Cool. So the Spectre is still here, and I can swap my weapon. It doesn't die. Awesome.